Can you confirm that you can hear me? Can you confirm that we are live on the socials? That Facebook seems to be working, that YouTube's working, that LinkedIn as well. But you tell me if all looks good. Everything's cool? Awesome. So welcome to the Nico Lagan Show, the show where we speak about solutions to the real problems our society's facing. No fluff, no political correctness, just simple truth. I'm your host, Nico Lagan. Today's episode is going to be very different from the type of episode that I normally put out there. I gotta say, this one is special to me. It's Yeah, you're gonna say exactly what I mean. It's all day today. I've been on this high, this natural high. I feel almost like I'm on drugs, but it's all natural. But this is the way I feel right now. There are such beautiful things happening in my life right now. It's incredible. I am freaking blessed. And something big's about to happen. I can feel it in my chest. I can feel it everywhere. Like there is something massive that's going to happen. And I want to talk about this today. I want to talk about gratefulness and how gratefulness has changed my life and how it could change yours. A few years ago, it all started with a guy called Randy Turner. Hey brother, if you hear me, bro, if you knew the impact you had on me, I will make sure that you know. I know I've said it in the past, but I will say it again. You fucking changed my mindset, brother. So a few years back, I was recording a podcast with Randy Turner. And Randy Turner, to put it into perspective, he's ex Special Forces in Canada military. The dude is one of the greatest dudes I've ever met. He's a freaking monster. He is an incredible, incredible guy. Hey, what's up, Smoke Revenant? What's going on, man? Um, so Randy is one of those guys that highly trained. He still to this day trains police officers, military, and civilians on the manipulations of firearms, how to use proper firearm techniques. He's incredible. I've been to the range with him. He's incredible. But the thing that's the craziest about him, or not craziest, but the most beautiful thing about him is that as much as he is a military guy, he is a veteran. He is one of the most kindest person you'll ever meet. And we were on this podcast together, and he told me he started explaining how every Thursday he was thankful. He was thankful for something, especially somebody, and he would make sure to tell them. He would get out of his way to approach these people and to tell them how thankful he was. I found that to be so inspiring that ever since, every day since, I've added it to my things to do. I am grateful. I don't always say it out loud. I don't always say it to people, but in my heart, in my prayers, in my everyday life, once, twice, often three times a day, I will thank and be grateful for the people that are in my life. And, you know, this really, really changed my life. Admitting to myself that there's no such thing as a self-made man. There's nobody out there that can really say that they were self-made. If you hear that, it's not true. There's always somebody that was there to help them. You never do it alone. There's always somebody that's there to help you. You might not realize it, but somebody is there to help you. And this realization, knowing that I can't do it alone, that I needed to start being grateful for the people around me, for what's happening into my life, really changed my view of my life as a whole. This allowed me to Just see it for what it is, to understand that there are reasons why we're here. We all have a reason to be here. And if you are living your purpose, if you are doing what you are supposed to be doing, what you were born to do, you will have people show up in your life that will be there to help you. They will walk the path with you for, it's undetermined the amount of time that they will be there, but they will walk the path with you. They will help you and you will help them. And ever since I realized this, ever since that I made it as part of my daily practice, things changed. There's really something that has clicked about 3 years ago when Randy told me about this. And I wanted to take the time today to speak exactly about this. This was not the intent. I had a total different show in mind for today. I really wanted to talk about something else, but I'm such in a phenomenal mood that I had to get it off my chest. Literally, I had to speak about this because this is just, I'm on a high. I'm really, really stoned right now. I'm stoned on life. Just life, nothing else, no substances. Life is enough. And when you sit down and you start being grateful for what you have, you start putting it into perspective as a, okay, sure, there's always something. I want more. I'm a very driven person. I'm a very disciplined person. I work every day 10, 12 more hours a day in order to get to where I want to go, to get in the direction that I want to go to. But no matter what, no matter how much I want, I always have to be grateful. You always need to realize that there are people right now that would kill to have your life. It can, when they say it can always be worse, it can always be worse. And remember, people out there, there are people in your life that want your life. There are people out there that want to be you right now. So you need to be grateful for what you have. You need to put it out there to say that I am what I am because of the people around me. So there's positive energy that you need to put out there. It's like karma, if you will. Once you start putting that stuff out there, the universe will listen to you. Call it the universe, God, call it nature. Does not matter how you want to call it, but the day you start putting that stuff out, the day you start being truthful to yourself and say, I have some great people around me. I promise you this, your life will change. Your perspective on life will change. Your mindset will change. It is like something just clicks in your head and you'll see things are going to start happening. And I'm the living proof of this. I changed my mind. I changed the way I thought. I changed the way I acted. And I decided that this is what I would do for the rest of my life. So the day I accepted that I needed to be grateful, something changed in my life. And let me tell you what I'm talking about. Let me take the time to explain to you why I can tell you right now with certitude, with 100% conviction, that this changed my life. And there's no reason it can't change yours. There's absolutely no reasons you can't do what is true to you and have success similar to what I'm doing or even greater. I wish you have more success than me. I wish that these words can inspire you to become the greatest of the great. This is my goal. I want to help guys like you that are listening right now to go after your purpose, to go after what you were meant to do. But you need to be grateful for what you have first and foremost. You need to accept that you are freaking blessed to have been born in North America. It is a blessing to have been born here, but that also means that you have the responsibility to be successful. And it all starts with you accepting that you need to be grateful. So let's talk about the last 3 years of my life. Let's just explain. I want to explain to you what happened, why it happened, how it happened, and how the same thing can happen to you. You have the power to do the same thing I did. Exactly. There's no reasons why you can't. So about 3 years ago, I decided to leave Montreal. It's, we all know what happened 3 years ago. This is not about that. I don't want to talk about that. All I want to talk about is the simple fact that I was faced with a not a solution, but I was faced with a question. I was faced with a situation where I could decide to change my life. Back then, I used to be a sales engineer. All of my meetings were done in person. I was wearing a suit and I would go. My job was to go in front of customers day in and day out. This is what I did. Once 2019 happened, guess what? We didn't have the opportunity to do that. At least not where I'm from in Canada, Quebec, more specifically. We were not allowed to go see customers face to face anymore. So that means that me living in the city where all my customers all were, my main office was not a requirement anymore. I had the opportunity to do something different, to go spend time wherever I wanted. Because at the end of the day, when you're working on Teams, Zooms, any other online platform, it really does not matter where you are. Look at me right now. I'm in Yuma, Arizona, and I'm talking to you live from my RV. This is my RV that my girlfriend and I have been traveling in for 7 months now. We've done so many states all the way down to Arizona, and we are not close to being done. So there's no reasons to shackle you to a physical location. To. And this is the realization that I had back then 3 years ago, that the investment house that I had purchased a few years prior to that, I could move there. I could live there full time. I could remove all the distractions of my life and say, this is where I'm going to live, and this is where I'm going to start working on my dreams. This is what I have the power to do. So I had the options, right? I decided to move out. I decided to go live by myself. I decided to start working on my mindset, on myself. Within, you know, back then, I've always wanted to have a motorcycle. I always, since I've been a kid, I've always, like my parents. It's one of the biggest memories that I have as a kid is my parents. Before they got divorced, they would take us on motorcycle trips. Like, it was awesome as a kid being on that motorcycle, and that was always a dream of mine to have a motorcycle. Well, one of the things that I did when I moved to the woods is that I spent so much time on myself that I started really paying attention to what I wanted. And one of the things that I did is that I did go on a 3 weeks motorcycle ride by myself. I literally got my driver's license on a Monday. I was buying my motorcycle the day after, and then 10 days after that, I was on the road by myself with like 150 pounds of equipment. And I'm like, you know what? We're going to travel Quebec. We're going to go see some beautiful places, but I wanted to spend time alone while appreciating the beauty of traveling. If you guys have not traveled much in your life, this is something that will change your life. You will start to appreciate how different cultures are, how different other people are, but how we are also similar. The point where I'm going with this is that I spent 3 years in the woods, 2.5 years to be exact, working on what I wanted to accomplish in life, working on what I wanted. And 7 months ago, my girlfriend and I decided to leave the US, decided to leave Canada, sorry. And we started traveling the US in an RV, just her, our dog, and myself. We left Canada. I left my corporate job that I was at for years. I've accomplished so much since then that there's no way I cannot be grateful for this. Like, I've recorded about 200 podcasts as a host, as a guest. Ever since I've been on the road, I've written my first book. I'm actually writing my second one right now. I've started 3 different companies. I have multiple employees. I went to Seattle to be a keynote speaker at a men's convention. I were you know at that convention I was thanked by a Vietnam War veteran. He told me that my speech that I made that day caught him in the heart. Like, he says that he was inspired by my speech when he served the military in the Vietnam War. I was the one that was speechless. This is one of the greatest experiences that I've ever had, and I'm extremely grateful for having gone to that conference just for that interaction alone. just for that, it was worth it for me to go there. And you know, one of my biggest fears that I've had for a long time is to doing lives alone, exactly like I'm doing right now. Like this right now, doing it alone without an actual not a host, but having a guest with me on the platform has always been one of my fears. I've always somehow hesitated because I did not know if I would do well. Who the hell am I in order to be doing this? In order to be in front of the camera, in front of the microphone by myself? What the hell do I have to say that people want to listen to? And it's always in your greatest fears that you find the most success. This is always where, when you decide to cross that path, to say, my fears are not going to stop me anymore. I refuse to be stopped by my fears. I will conquer my fears, even though that you will always have fears. There's no way around this. But being scared doesn't stop you from doing it. This is what courage is all about. And my marketing company, two guys I work with that I'm going to talk more about in a minute, but there are two guys that are always pushing me. They're always telling me what I should do. They're always keeping me focused on what really matters. And one of them last week challenged me. He said, Nico, my challenge to you is going to be to record a live every day for the next month. This is my challenge to you. If you don't, he even laughed. He said, you know what? If you don't do it, we're gonna double our price. We're gonna up the price that we charge you as consultant. That's the consequences if you don't do it. But if you do it, I will give you something that I promise to you will make it worth it. I'm not gonna say what it is because that's between me and him. But all to say that they challenged me to do what I'm doing right now. And you know something? I love it. Absolutely love it. I was looking forward to recording all the episodes last week. I was looking forward to listening to the episode today. This is absolutely freaking great. I love doing what I'm doing right now. And I don't understand at this point why I've waited so long. But are you starting to see what I'm saying? Are you starting to see how the people that are around you will always somehow, the good people at least, like the people that are in your inner circle, if you choose them well, they will always help you grow. And what's extraordinary is that once you start paying attention to those little things, you start to put it out there. Every day you put it out there. Every day you're thanking God, you're thanking nature, you're thanking the universe for everything that it's giving you right now. And I'm not saying it's going to give you anything if you don't work for it, but if you have what it takes to go after it, if you have the balls, if you have the discipline to go after it, you will see that the world will conspire to give you what you need in order to make your dreams a reality. And there's nothing more important than the right people around you. Look at what it's done to me. Look at all of the interactions that I've had since I've been on the road. We've been on the road for 7 months now, and I have met incredible, incredible people that there's no way I would have ever met if it wasn't for the fact that what I'm doing right now, if it wasn't for the fact that I'm always grateful, that I'm always aware of the people that cross my path, as in, is there something that I can do to help them? Or is it something that they can do to help me? Why are they on my path? Why am I speaking to them? Why am I interacting with them? There's always a reason. And when you start being grateful, you start looking at the reasons why people are around you because you are grateful for it. When you thank people around you for being there, you really start understanding why they were put there, why they are even in your life in the first place. Just to prove this, one of my biggest dreams is to have a show like I'm doing right now every day, Monday to Friday. I have a show that is broadcast on the radio, that's broadcast on Facebook, Instagram, on every platform out there. but I want to have a show where people can come in just like we're doing right now and have an interaction with people, where they have an opportunity, where we have an opportunity to speak, to ask questions, to answer questions, to make a real impact in men's life, to bring that masculinity back, to embrace that masculinity. This is what I want. This has been a dream of mine for a long time. Do you think it's a coincidence that last week there's somebody that I do not know, I have no idea who they are, they approached me on Instagram asking me to be part of their radio show? Do you think it's a coincidence? Or maybe it's the fact that I've been putting it out there, that I've been grateful for all the people out there, and I'm repeating what I want and what I'm ready to give to obtain what I want. Do you think it's a coincidence that there's a radio host show that just contacts me out of the blue? Or do you think that maybe this is just the universe helping me achieve what I'm supposed to be achieving, because I am grateful for them? I am putting it out there. I am spreading positive energy out there. It's up to you to figure out if what I'm saying sounds crazy to you, or if what I'm saying is actually true, if that is something that resonates with you. And you know, this is not bragging. What I'm saying right now, I don't want you to think that I'm saying this because I think I'm better than you, then I think that I'm that great. The point that I'm trying to make is that if I can do it, so can you. There's no reason that you cannot accomplish every single thing that you want to accomplish. There's absolutely no reason. The only thing that you need are balls, discipline, and gratefulness. And I guarantee you that you can start chasing your purpose. You can start going after what really matters to you. And I'm telling you this with the utmost modesty, but that pivotal moment of becoming grateful changed everything for me. It is not until I accepted that all the rest started to make sense. And you know, to a point where even this morning, this is where the idea for this recording came through. This morning, I got an overwhelming sense of gratefulness. I don't know how to explain it. There's something that came over me that was just so powerful, that really made me feel happy about the life that I'm living today. And I knew that I had to tell people that are in my life that without them, nothing that I'm doing today would be possible, that nothing of what I am would have made it to where I am right now. And since I started my day sending those messages, I want to take this opportunity to tell them in person, to tell them on video, to tell them how much they actually mean to me. And this is how I want to finish this episode today, by being grateful for the people that are around me. Let me start with Damien Lebris, my best friend. Probably there, I don't think there's a man on this planet that knows me the way he knows me. I would argue that he probably knows me more than I do myself. And I want to tell you this, bro. Meeting you has absolutely changed my life. If it wasn't for us meeting, I would not be where I am. I would not be on the path that I currently am. And I want you to know, bro, I am so blessed to have you in my life. Will Barrett and Danny Sayre from Nova Branding, these guys have an interesting story with me. Those are the two guys. They're my consultant. They're two guys I deal with every Friday and every day, mostly because I'm really annoying with what I want. But I I've had them around for months now, and they always keep me on track. They really help me focus on what matters, where my energy should go. And the funniest thing is that I have never met them in real life. All of our interactions have been over the internet, but I really feel like those two guys are friends of mine. And I don't have a lot of friends. I can tell you right now, I know a lot of people, but there's not a lot of people that it's extremely hard to get in my inner circle because I understand the value. I understand how important the people you choose to be around you and the impact that they can have on your life. So, Will, Danny, bros, I would not be on the track. Like, I would not be doing what I'm doing right now. Even this live, literally, I would not be doing this live right now if it wasn't for you guys. So, know that I appreciate you. I'm grateful. And I can only imagine what we're going to accomplish in the future. Warren Aldridge, man, this guy's like my mentor. He's a guy I met years ago on a diving trip in Belize, and we just clicked. Like, he is 25 years my elder. He is a phenomenal dude. He is, you know what, bro? You know, Warren, you are my mentor. You are the guy I look up to. You are the guy I want to become. You are the strongman influence in my life. You are a father. You are a husband. You are one of the smartest guys I've ever met in my life. You are such a, you and I can only hope to become half of the men that you are. And last but not least, I kept her for the end like dessert. My girlfriend Josie, you are beautiful in and out. And it's just a matter of time before we get married and we have children. I I know you're going to be the greatest mom on this planet, and although I don't say it enough, I know this. I've told you this before and I'll repeat it again. I am blessed. I am so grateful that you are in my life, that you chose to share your life with me, that you understand how crazy I am, that you don't even doubt my craziness because you know that I don't know why. At the end of the day, I don't know why you do it, but I couldn't be more grateful that you do because I don't know what I would do if you weren't there. And I want to finish with this. I want to ask every single person out there. I want you, this is my challenge to you. When you listen to this recording, I want you to find someone that you are grateful for and let them know about it. Let them know by tagging them in the comments below. I want to see this. I want to spread the love. I want to spread positivity. So please let them find one person in your life that you're grateful for. Let them know in the comments below. Tag them in the comments below. Thank you for watching. I am grateful for every single one of you out there. And until next time, remember that the world is changed one man at a time, and that one man has the power to change the world. Peace.